What's going on? So I wanted to talk about uh, trying to grow and change. You know what I'm saying? Like once we see we have an issue and we want to change it, we don't actually fix the problem. You know what I'm saying? What we do is literally change the action that we do. So what I mean is like, for example, if we are defensive during certain topics like fucking politics, like we're defensive, we defend whatever side that we believe in. Um, and somebody says, "Look, man, you too defensive, man. Like to the point where you don't even listen to what I'm saying. You're just trying to defend it, like it's your life." Then you're just like, "Okay, fine, I won't be defensive then." So then, instead of trying to actually fix the problem, which I'll get to in a second, you'll become more aggressive, and it'll be like, "Yeah, you're too aggressive," and then you'll become, and then you'll shut down. You won't talk anymore. You won't have the conversation no more. Really, what all of this is to say that when we're trying to change how we act, we don't fix the actual issue. Like the issue isn't the physical reaction. That the issue isn't the physical anything. The issue is the mental thing. You dig what I'm saying? It's like it's like when we get defensive, it's not we are defensive. That is the issue. No, the issue is why we are defensive. You know what I'm saying? Like, what about this topic is making us so defensive that we want to hold it to be true, that we want it to be true, that we'll just knock anything the other person says? And that requires you to look within yourself. Look within yourself. You feel me? Look within yourself and figure out what the actual issue is. So it's like this. It's like when we're talking about politics, and you're a Republican. You know what I'm saying? And you're fighting it. I'm telling you, like, bro, you need to get off Republican, man. You need to get off Democrat too. That joint is BS. It's all BS. Is all for sure. And then you're just like, nah, I'm a Republican, Republican this, Republican that. All of what you're saying is dumb. It's stupid. You know what I'm saying? And I'll tell you, like, yo, you being too defensive, man. You didn't even listen to the damn word I said. Everything you said, you were just repeating it. You know what I'm saying? And if you wanted to change that in yourself, you would say, okay, why am I actually defensive about this? And then you will say, okay, well, let's look at my past. Okay, my whole family are Republicans. Everybody in my family is a Republican. And they told me that if you're not a Republican, then you're a fucking outcast. You know what I'm saying? And it's the same thing in like society too. It's like in society, like black people are like, if you're not a Republican, then you know what I'm saying. You're not for the black people. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just stuff like that that happens in society and social media and whatnot. But that stuff has a major impact on how we live our life and how we react to certain situations. You think what I'm saying? So it's never to try and change the actual reaction because the physical reaction always starts within. If we're always looking at the curtain, then we can continue to paint the curtain any fucking type of different color. You know what I'm saying? We can continue to paint it. But if we actually want to fix the problem, we have to move the curtain away and then we have to see what it is that's actually projecting onto the curtain. You dig what I'm saying? Oh my goodness, I like that, Gerard. I like that, Gerard. You have to fix what is projecting onto the curtain. You dig what I'm saying? So that is looking within. That is trying to figure out what your past experiences have been, what you have been told, and the feelings behind what you have been told, and who's been telling you it. That's how you fix the actual issue. It isn't trying to change the reaction. It isn't trying to substitute that reaction with something else. It's actually attempting to look within and saying, what emotions are you holding to? What experiences are you holding on to that you want to keep? And then once you do that, it won't be okay, let me not be defensive. It won't be that anymore because you realize what the actual issue is. And if you're actually trying to change yourself, then you will actually understand that those emotions of feeling like an outcast or feeling like you're a bad person or feeling whatever because of what other people tell you will no longer matter. You dig what I'm saying? Because it won't be about what those people want. It'll be about what you want. And if you're serious about change and growth, then you will realize that all you want to do in life is to gather from other people and learn, you know what I'm saying, absorb as much information so that you can better yourself and have a better understanding of the subject as a whole. Because the real talk, it shouldn't really be about Republican or Democrat. It should really be about politics as a whole. And you can understand Democrats, and you can understand Republicans, and then you can make an image of the whole political system. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the shit that has to occur. And and that's the same thing for everything in life, really. It's not just about how you react to things. It's like okay, I'm sad all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm sad all the time, or I'm angry all the time. And I remember in high school, like it would be a bunch of like inspirational people on Instagram and whatnot that are like, if you're sad, just be happy. And I was a part of the group too that was just making fun of that shit because it didn't make sense. But now it makes sense. Like it isn't at face value. Don't be sad, just be happy. Like flip a switch. It's really you are in control of your mind. You dig what I'm saying? You are in control of your mind. So if you want to change, you have to change your mindset. So if you're sad, figure out what's making you sad. What is that's making you sad is probably that you're thinking about sad thoughts all the time. You're thinking about failure, you're thinking about what other people. And that's the thing about school too. It's the reason why we're always sad is because we're always worried about what everybody else thinks about us. But anyway, you have to look inside yourself and see what it is that is causing that physical reaction of sadness, of anger. You know what I'm saying? And it's that simple. And some people may say like, okay, it's not that simple, man. I can't control what I think. Then it's like, okay, now if you can't control what you think, which is up here, right? What you think controls your perception. What you think controls your actions. If you can't control what you think, you can't control your perception, then you can't control you. And if you can't control you, then you're just a side character. You get what I'm saying? So the excuse is no longer valid. It's not that you can't control what you think, it's that it's difficult. And everything that's difficult has the best reward. You know what I'm saying? You have to push yourself to change how you think, to change your thinking pattern. And if you just give up and say, well, it's too difficult, or it's not as simple as you make it, then of course it's not as simple as I'm making it. Of course it's gonna be hard because you're saying that. And that again is another psychological issue right there. It is to say, okay, now what happened in my past that's making me think that? Because we're both humans, right? We're both humans, but my perception is different because I mean, I really just don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? That's my thing. I don't care. So whatever people tell me, I'm taking their information and taking it in. But if I don't agree with it, I don't agree with it. But if you say, if some people are telling you, yeah, you need to go to the doctor to fix this. You need the doctors for everything. You need psychologists for everything. All this and this. Then of course you're not going to trust your own mental capacity to fix yourself. You're going to be looking for external things to fix your internal issues. That's not how life works. If you have an internal issue, you shouldn't be looking to take, you know what I'm saying, drugs and whatnot to fix your internal issue. Because all of these drugs and shit is just treatments. Anyway, I know I kind of went on a long rant about two different things really, but I kind of think they tie together. But anyway, the main thing of this is if you actually want to grow and change, stop. I'm gonna use that line again. That shit was cold. Stop looking at the curtain and trying to paint in different colors. You can paint as many colors as you want, but what's being projected onto the curtain can never be changed by painting the outside of the curtain. You dig what I'm saying? In order to fix what's being projected, you have to move the curtains to the side and look at it, and then change it. That's the issue. Every time we have a physical reaction, it isn't the reaction that needs to change. It is the cause of the reaction. And once we change the cause or we deal with the cause, then the physical reaction will no longer occur. You don't even have to think about it. You dig what I'm saying? Because you have already tackled what is causing you to react. And that's it. Stop trying to change the physical, change the mental. That's all you need.